Okay, so let's talk about this. 1.1 has been out for about what, a week and a half, and there's been some changes made to how the squished lifts work. Except that's not entirely accurate. Really, what the change has been made to, and it could be a bug and it could be fixed in the future, but really what the change has been made to is how a lift connects to a machine or a splitter or a merger. In this case, we're going to test against a machine. Now, how a lift connects to the machine affects how squished lifts work, because now things are not always auto-connecting when you hear the click, and we're going to go over that. Okay, and so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over a situation where it doesn't work. I've got 6 assemblers here, and each assembler is full of stators. So when it connects, we're going to see the stators go up the lift. This is an example of what used to work that now no longer works. Again, let's take a look at the top. We have a post here, and I'm going to connect a lift. And if you listen, you can hear a click. Here's the problem. When we build it, no stators come out. Now, this is a pretty easy fix, actually, because we can just build a belt here. Now the stators come out, everything's connected. The problem lies when you try to do the same thing with a squished lift. So now we're going to build this. And again, before 1.1, you can hear the click. But just like our friend across the way here, no stators go up. Here's the problem. Because these are out of line and behind each other, not the case here, this one was in front of this one. Now this connection is behind this one. We actually cannot manually put the belt in. So this squished lift is broken. The good news is, and trust me, I was pretty upset when I found this out. The good news is there are 2 workarounds to get squished lifts to work. So first, we'll do the non-squished version. All we have to do is connect a belt to the lift on the beginning side. Now, it works. First time. And you can check, these connections won't work. The same is true with a floor hole. You can do it with a floor hole. Floor hole works. Again, no need to build this. It made the connection. So if we do the same thing over here on our squished versions, we connect. This should work. And we can continue. It's full of stators, the squished lift tactics. Same here with the floor hole. And it's working. So really what I think is happening is if you have some way on the other end to force a direction, whether it's a belt, well, actually, it can't be that because this floor hole actually doesn't force a direction. So I'm not 100% sure, but I can tell you this is not enough. A conveyor pole alone is not enough. It looks like a belt attached to a conveyor pole is, and a conveyor lift floor hole is, even if you don't have the top in. I didn't have the top in and it still worked. Let's try this. Let's do another one that I just thought of that needs to be tested. Yep, it works. So this is good. Most people use splitters and mergers. Well, some people use splitters and mergers to set their anchor point for a squished lift. So that still works. Again, I think it's just these basic dead conveyor poles. Let's try, I think I know what this is gonna be, but let's go ahead and try one more thing here. Stackable conveyor pole. Let's try this. I think my guess is this will not work. Yep. So the stackable conveyor pole is treated exactly the same as the regular conveyor pole. Now, one more test. Let's put a belt on him. My guess is this will work. And it does. So this is what it is. I don't know if this is a bug that is going to be fixed. The part that is a bug for me, even if there's a technological reason that I don't understand because I'm dumb, that we can no longer ever have this again. What absolutely needs to be fixed is the click. This is making an indication that it is connected, and this is what is throwing bug alarms off in my and many players' heads. If it doesn't connect, do not make the click sound. Okay, don't snap. Okay, because it's snapping and it's making the click sound, which indicates that it is going to form a connection, but that connection is not forming. So we either need to form the connection to fix that disjointed sound and action with the result, or we need to remove the sound and locking that we have if it's not gonna connect, because it's just confusing. So hopefully, one way or another, and honestly, I don't care. My problem is the discrepancy between those two. I think if they fix it either way, I'm going to be happy, man. Right now, I will say I am fairly happy enough knowing that there's a workaround. And so that's why I wanted to make this quick video and get it out, just in case people are having some confusion on this. And again, there's probably many versions of how you may use squished lifts that this may affect that I'm not going over here, but I hope that I went over enough of the basic concept that you can take this and apply it to what you're building. All right. Hopefully we get this fixed.